How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
Some idea.
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them. I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do, and this influences my thinking and consequently my action.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
That's difficult to answer.
this the end? There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? Oh, I'm burning in the dystopian. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the This is the final
Well, I'm back. I didn't necessarily expect to be back, if I'm honest about it. I wasn't necessarily planning on coming back. But the thing of it is like there's just nothing on that I want to watch. I tried to find a movie. I couldn't find any movies that I wanted to watch. I had my pizza, and my pizza was very, very good, and it was delightful and all that stuff. But there was no movies that I wanted to watch. There was nothing. And Victor wanted to play a video game or do whatever he wanted to do. And so I'm just like, okay, well, I guess we're not watching a movie tonight. That's fine. There's nothing on. Isn't it crazy? I literally have every single possible channel. Every single one. My husband works for Comcast. I have everything. I have every single possible channel. I have every single possible on demand. And I literally can't find anything. And I have Netflix, and I have Amazon Prime, and I have I even have like the horror movie on demand. I have everything. I have every piece of content available at my fingertips, and I can't find anything I want to watch. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. He's playing some game. I don't ask questions. You just let the husband play his video game or do or watch some car chase or cop video or something like that, and you just let it be. This is what I've learned in my 14 years of marriage. You just let it be. You don't ask questions. He's probably playing a stupid game that I wouldn't like anyway. And you have to let him. Like this is what marriage is. I have stupid things that I like. He has stupid things that he likes. We do those stupid things separately from each other so that we don't torture the other person. And you just have to let it be. You just have to let it be. And then I thought, I'm zoning in. I'm almost done chapter 2 of my book that I'm working on. I was doing a good edit last night. I was like, why don't I just go work on my book? And I could have gone and worked on my book, but I've actually wanted to watch these Naptown videos for a minute. And I was like, you know what? It's Friday. I'm already kind of drunk because I had a whole bunch of high alcohol content beer earlier. I'm not like blackout drunk. Obviously, I'm not blackout drunk. I'm not crazy drunk or anything, but I'm a little bit buzzed. I was like, I don't really want to drink anymore. I've got some water here. Be drinking water on the stream. But I was like, you know what? There are these Naptown videos that I kind of want to watch. And because apparently Grace Thorp has sued Destiny. And I don't really know anything about this. I really try not to. If you don't know who the Thorps are, congratulations. No one really needs to know who the Thorps are, is the thing. I kind of regret the fact that I know who the Thorps are. The only reason I really even know who the Thorps are is because of Naptown. Naptown has just completely fucked up my life with this information. Okay, not really, but I really didn't need to know this. But there are a bunch of Thorp videos I want to watch over on Naptown. There are 4 Thorp videos I want to watch, to be exact. We're not watching this one. I'm not watching that one. But, like, we're watching the, apparently Grace Thorp has sued Destiny. It's really more like 3 videos, because this video isn't even that long. I mean, I guess we'll watch it. It's 2 minutes long, but there are 3 Thorp videos I want to watch. I don't really know what's going on, but I do have a policy that when I watch stupid content on the internet, I may as well do it on a stream with friends, because why not? Why would I suffer to watch this content by myself? Why wouldn't I just make you I'm making you all suffer with me. Yep. Isn't Thorp that chick that was getting upset over a subscription or something? Yeah. I think the last time we watched I think the last time we did Nitwits, Grace was upset that Big Tech wouldn't subscribe to her channel or something, but he really tried, but he never did, and then she got pissed off and whatever, and now they're friends again apparently because you know, whatever. Whatever. So we're gonna do that. I wanted to show you guys this. Now, prepare. I'm about to show something that's not safe for work. I'm giving you guys fair warning. I'm about to show you something that's not safe for work. If you don't want to see it, turn off the stream right now. Okay? Why would anyone associate with a Thorp? I don't know. I don't know. I got a restraining order against Ben Thorp, so I didn't have to associate with him. I got a whole ass do you guys remember when Ben Thorp was threatening to drive to my house? And then I went to the cops and I showed the cops all the crazy tweets that Ben Thorp was posting about me because Ben Thorp was threatening to drive to my house and, like, you know, hurt me and stuff like that. And so then I went to the cops and the cops said, go talk to the judge. And I went and talked to the judge and the judge gave me a restraining order. I don't have the restraining order anymore because the whole beef kind of settled down and I didn't really feel the need to continue it. But I did, in fact, there was a time when I did have a restraining order against Ben Thorp. Yep. Yep. Because I don't want Ben Thorp coming to my house. I really don't. If Ben Thorp comes to my house, he's going to be met at the door by my husband with a gun. And I'm not even joking about that. If Ben Thorp ever, because he doesn't live that far away from me. If he ever tries to come to my house, not only will I go back to the cops, not only will I go back to the fucking judge, but if Ben Thorp ever shows up at my house, he will be met at the door by my husband with a gun. And he's not going to like that. So he should just stay the fuck away. And I don't really want anything to do with them. But the content is on the internet, and so I will watch the content on the internet because, you know, why not? It's what they want, right? They want all the attention, so why not give it to them, I guess? And at least, you know, amusing myself in the process, so there's that. Okay, so I warned you guys I was going to show you something that wasn't safe for work. Can I show you that thing now? I'm going to show you that thing now. This is tangentially related, but it just really made me laugh. I saw this last night on Twitter. This is tangentially related via Destiny. This is Destiny's son. Destiny's son is on Twitter. And apparently people are DMing Destiny's son images of Destiny sucking dick. And I was like, bro. And so Destiny's son is posting the DMs that they're getting of people DMing Destiny's son pictures of his father sucking dick. I saw this last night and I was like, oh. Can you guys imagine though? Can Can you guys imagine though? Can you guys imagine a reality in which some random asshole on the internet DMs you a photo of your father sucking some other guy's dick? Obviously, you can't see anything in this picture, but I have actually seen the video, and I don't recommend that anyone go and find that video because it's traumatic. It's traumatizing. I don't understand. It's so confusing. And again, it's like you gotta admit, Destiny's son is taking it in stride. I mean, no, this is real. I've seen the video. This is a real video. This is actually Destiny. I mean, obviously you can't see anything in this because it's been appropriately censored, but it is a real video. I know it's a real video because I've seen it. Why did I willingly watch it? Well, I was interested to see what Destiny's dick looked like, and it's just as misshapen as I thought it was going to be. Listen, man, like I watched the whole video. I looked at all the okay, I didn't look at all of them because at some point watching Destiny come on video, it just gets a little repetitive, but I definitely saw enough video of the Destiny release to know exactly what Destiny's dick looks like, and it's not impressive at all. It's honestly really, you know what, John, I had to. It was the law of the internet. All right, I had to see what it looked like for myself. It looks like a misshapen mushroom of some sort. It's really weird, and I don't like it. And and I don't know how I don't know why Destiny gets so many people to sleep. I don't know why so many women fuck him. First of all, he's not good looking. Secondly, his dick is not that impressive. Thirdly, why? He's not, like, I don't get it. I understand he has a lot of people on the internet that watch him, but, like, are you really so desperate? Are women really so fucking desperate that they're gonna fuck Destiny? I just don't get it. Why? Why? It makes no sense. Like, oh, God, women are such whores, man. Anyway, because I had to see that on Twitter last night, I thought all you guys had to see it as well because you're going to suffer with me. But we're going to watch the Naptown coverage of Grace Thorp suing Destiny for some reason. And I don't really know what's happening with all this, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I mean, this is a good point. Women, listen, can we talk? You don't need to fuck a guy just because he's famous. You really don't. You do not need to fuck someone just because he's famous, especially if he has a misshapen, tiny cock that you're not. Can we be honest? No one is pleased by Destiny. No one is having good sex with Destiny. It's just not happening. It's like and so why are we even doing it? Why are we playing this game? Like, you don't need to fuck someone just because they're famous. You can find someone probably a lot better in bed that's going to make you a lot happier that isn't famous, and then you know what, women? If you find someone to fuck that is not famous, your sex video won't end up on the internet. It's really that simple. Like, if you don't want your secretly recorded sex tape to get released on the internet, don't fuck someone that's famous. It's really not that hard. Literally literally. Okay, I'm done making bad jokes. All right, we're gonna get into our coverage of Grace Thorp is suing Destiny for some reason. If you guys have stuff you want to say, let me know in the chat. We will start with this video from 8 days ago, and we'll see what happened.
Pro se memes. Oh. Apparently Grace wants to sue me for defamation for some old YouTube video. Man, I don't know if I might just fucking roll it pro se at this point. Fuck it, why not? I feel like I've learned so many court memes. I just have to find out what my maximum exposure is. Like, assuming I lost a case like that in the worst way possible. Like, my guess is like a few $1,000s. That's my guess. She hasn't actually sued you yet. I don't know. Supposedly she filed a lawsuit today. I have no idea. I'm getting apparently sued by Grace Thorp. Did you see that?
You think that's real?
Probably, I imagine.
Why would you imagine that's real in the slightest?
Because she said she was filing a lawsuit against me, and she is doing.
Hang on. This is an interesting question. From average person, do I think Destiny's hedonistic choices damaged him spiritually? I don't necessarily think having a fuck ton of sex is spiritually damaging. Sex can actually be a very spiritual act. Sex can you can play energy games with sex where it allows you to access certain types of energies. It allows you to open up in different ways, literally open up in different ways. So I don't necessarily think that like sex itself is necessarily spiritually damaging, but as with everything, it all comes down to the intent. So if you are intending to use sex to connect energetically with other people or to connect with higher spiritual powers, you are going to have a very different experience than if you're just fucking random e-whores for kicks. So in Destiny's case, I mean, how do I say this? Everything has a spiritual root. Every single thing. And so let's think back to what Destiny possibly could have done maybe in a past life to be born into this life with a really unfortunate looking misshapen penis. There's some sort of spiritual lesson that Destiny is learning by having a really sad misshapen penis. There's some sort of spiritual lesson that Destiny is learning by having his sex tapes released all over the internet. There's some sort of spiritual lesson that Destiny is learning by fucking all these random e-whores and making really bad decisions over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't necessarily think that it's the sex specifically. I think there's something else going on where Destiny is experiencing some karma in this life based on other things that he's done probably in past lives. And, this is just the really weird way that it's manifesting, is my opinion on the matter.
Pro se, so it's like $300, isn't it, to file it or whatever?
I'm sorry. Don't you have to be served to do a lawsuit?
I imagine it's pretty. What does it cost? Like $100 to serve somebody?
Have you been served?
Not yet, but I imagine they'll show up eventually.
What is she suing you for?
For defamation.
What did you say that was untrue?
Something about her dad fucking her or something? I don't know.
But I watched a video where
it's retarded. It's retarded.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I have to start reading now. Like, what happens if I don't respond?
Don't do that.
Thanks, Dan.
I mean, don't do that.
Thanks. I'm aware.
Okay.
That's why I started reading about it. But I don't know if there's like what default judgment looks like or any of that. I don't know how any of that works.
Obviously, this seems really like this is like the OP move to become relevant to your haters.
So it is actually happening in a way, I suppose. Grace Thorp plans on suing Destiny, the streamer. She actually did file something. Grace M. Thorp versus Stephen K. Bunnell II for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Grace does not have a lawyer. She's not going to have a lawyer. In fact, she even says right here, she's going to do this pro se.
Are you fucking serious? Grace, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're suing him for defamation and you don't have a lawyer, you stupid bitch? What? Why? Oh, no, this is obviously just about attention. Grace is desperate for attention. I don't even know what's going on with the Thorps lately, but like, you're suing someone for defamation and you don't have a lawyer? All right. Yeah, Grok is her lawyer. Yeah, this is going to go real well for Grace. You can already tell.
Grace Thorp says, thank you. I'm filing pro se, representing myself, so I won't have to pay a lawyer. But it is more scary this way. Ha ha ha.
Today, I was on Discord and I saw that Grace was posting that Destiny posted her message to him saying that she wants to sue him and that she's going to represent herself. I swear to God, this is literally what she said. Here we go.
This is probably going to get thrown out.
All right, ready for this,
You're
people?
right about that, probably.
Hi, Destiny. First off.
Oh, my God.
Stephen Bennell. Hi, Destiny. You are hereby formally demanded to issue a full and fair public retraction from the above statements concerning me, Grace Thorp, in the same forms in which they were made. For the June 17th, 2023 X post. Yes, that's it, folks. It all comes back to that tweet from Destiny. Don't you see it, people? So Stephen said, how long before one of your videos blows up a little too much in someone contacts Child Protective Services to recover the children you're abusing with the daughter you've raped and brainwashed? And then there's a video here.
These might be the craziest people. I think they are. I think somehow we're still up in the ante. These might be the craziest people we've ever anything before.
What are my complaints today? Well, I spent a lot of energy today, threw a lot of money at a little blue-haired devil named Stephen Bennell. That's right, Destiny. The streamer. And I'll tell you what, this guy in his chat really lacks social skills. Usually when I'm on a chat, I get at least banned or friend. These people, they just put emojis in. They barely notice you're there. I tried everything I could to get on panel, but and I had a really good point. Man, did I have a good point. What was my point? But Grace, this is going to be more of like a fun night of interaction.
This, I totally agree with you, Reagan. This side of the internet always leaves me scratching my head. Like, I do not understand this side of the internet at all. I don't understand why people like it. I know that I've dipped my toe in this side of the internet every once in a while, but it's mostly because it's like a curiosity. It's like, what the fuck is that? Can I just poke that a little bit just to get more information about it? It's like, just as a psychologist, because obviously I have a PhD in psychology, I'm very interested in psychology. Just as a psychologist, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, how did this happen? Like, what is the human condition that creates this circumstance? And then every once in a while they try to suck me into this side of the internet, because I feel like this side of the internet is like a black hole. It's like the black hole of doom, where you don't really want to be involved in it. And thank God I was able to pull myself out of shit like this, to be honest with you, because it's a reality TV show, except it's real. It's not edited. Like reality TV shows on the TV, those are edited. There are storylines that are developed. People like play roles and stuff like that. It's all fake. I mean, it's not like totally fake, but it's pretty fucking fake. This is all real. And it's the most bizarre thing. Yeah, it's like, this is how I feel about it. It's like, what would happen if I did this? It's a curiosity. This is not a place where we want to spend a lot of time, is what I'm saying. Like, occasionally we might dip in here just for an update, just to see what's going on, because it's interesting and it's Friday night and like whatever. But you don't want to live on this side of the internet. You don't want to be involved.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, Grace, what the hell? You've got a laptop there. I can't really see that, can I?
Well, you can see this better.
Yeah. All right. Destiny.
Here. Hang on, I'll be right back.
What's the deal with Destiny? And that's not like a comedy club.
It's like
night
a real world, but
thing.
it's
Like, what's
real.
up with Destiny? What I'm saying is, what is the deal here? He's got a chick with him, good-looking Arab woman named Farha.
Oh God.
Isn't this guy married? I mean, what? He's going on bike rides with her and having picnics. Does this make any sense to you?
This clip of him and Erudite?
What's your problem? Why are you coming on here scolding everybody?
Chill out, Ben. Chill out.
I'll say again, if you don't want to be here, you're welcome to leave. You don't have to be.
Yeah, you're welcome to leave too.
Chill out, Ben.
Alex, I demand my rights.
The whole point.
Invited Kyla. Just take it easy. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just kidding with you, Kyla or Kayla, whatever your name is.
Every second of the day, you're going to eat. What is wrong with you and not offer anybody food? 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 3
I never
p.m.
go up
and you
there,
don't give
John.
anybody food except yourself, and then at midnight, and then at 3 a.m., and then at 6 a.m., and then at 8 a.m.
John, I never go up
Baby.
there. See, you're a victim of Grace. You're a victim of your two brothers who are
Yeah,
your
but
roommates.
it all
You're a
comes down
victim
to
of your
you. It all
mother.
comes down to you.
Who
because
aren't you a victim of?
guy ever? You suck. I think
I'm
you
a
have
great
failed.
guy. I hope you die of starvation, and I hope you are thrown out of that apartment.
What did I do? That
You
was
have 5 cats in that apartment. You now have 5 cats up
Yes,
there.
then you know why I have 5 cats? Because you invited every piece of your family to come over, and my cat escaped because everybody leaves the fucking door open.
What the fuck?
I didn't get my cat pregnant. You did.
Is that Ben's ex-wife? Is that Ben's ex-wife? Is this some sort of like... This reminds me of The Shining. Is this some sort of like Shining? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
It's from the 80s, just ahead.
Yes.
What the fuck was that? Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm so confused. This is like that Reagan. This is like that NYU student film where they kidnapped the people from the old folks home and they made them dress up and play gender. It's like I'm feeling the exact same vibes. This feels like a ritual of some sort.
Very excited about our debate tomorrow with you, Stephen. We came up through the hard streets of YouTube getting hammered. People are really not used to seeing a father who has a nice relationship with his daughter, and so immediately, because of pornography and envy and things like this, they immediately go, "Oh, something funny going on between those two." And you know, they weren't wrong in a sense that we have an unusual relationship.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to think that you're fucking your daughter, Ben. Listen, obviously, I'm just saying allegedly. I think that other people have said they're fucking. I've seen some video that looks like Grace is doing something to him when they're in the same bed. I don't actually want to fucking know. To be really blunt and clear, I don't want to fucking know. But let's not pretend there's not, you know. People didn't just invent this out of nowhere, is what I'm saying. Like, we've watched some Thorp content. There's some questionable behavior on the videos. There's some questionable declarations that have been made. There's a questionable video where they're in bed together and Grace is going like this under the covers. I'm not saying anything happened because I don't want to have to deal with any of this bullshit because apparently Grace just wants to fuck around to fuck around. I am sure that Grace definitely probably hasn't fucked her father. I am sure that's what's happened. I'm sure this is all just a big mistake. Grace Thorp would never jack off her father under the covers on video. It would never ever happen. People have no reason to think that, and anyone who thinks that is obviously and clearly wrong.
Having gone through this trauma together, but the things people say are just unbelievable.
Okay, just curious, no judgment. Are you in some type of incestuous, what's like a nice way of saying incestuous relationship? Romantic. Are you in a romantic relationship with your dad, question mark? I'm so confused right now.
Wait, then do the hot emoji after.
No, shut up.
Do it. You're a pussy. Do it right now. You do it, and I owe you one because that'll be fucking hilarious. Come on, do it.
Just okay. She said, "I'm not, bruh."
Okay.
What's up, Grace? What is your question? Sorry.
My question is, what are you doing on Twitter?
What do you mean?
I'm saying I saw your tweet. Like, what are you doing saying you have an illegal drug?
What? People literally post videos of them smoking weed. What do you mean? Nobody cares. What are you talking about?
Well,
do you think
okay,
do you think Florida, do you think DeSantis is going to fucking send agents into my house to try to find fucking LSD?
No. I think Destiny is going to be in jail by the end of the night. I think that I will be the new king of Twitter. Destiny is saying I am going to take LSD today, correct? So he's saying I'm going to engage in this drug, LSD, and he's assuming that that's now socially acceptable. However, legally and morally, I don't think that's true. What state does Destiny live in? Does anyone know? He lives in the state of Florida, and who is the governor of Florida? DeSantis. LSD is a felony. It's also against Twitter. The beauty of it is a super simple tweet.
The fuck? Hang on. What does this say?
Like, I don't...
Shit. Ah! Okay, what did that tweet say?
It's also against Twitter. The beauty of it is a super simple tweet.
Something, omni-liberal. There's a guy that goes in the great state of Florida that goes by omni-liberal online, is currently openly recovering from consuming 200 to 250 milligrams of LSD. Hopefully he means blah, 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 whatever. In flagrant disregard, he tweeted at Ron DeSantis that Destiny was doing LSD in Florida? You know what the bitch of this is? You know what the bitch of this is? I am definitely not smoking weed. I would never smoke weed on the internet. I would never do that. Obviously, I'm not doing that. But I may have these two vape pens that obviously do not have weed in them. And they're two different types of weed, and those weeds do two different things. And one of them is red and one of them is pink. And it's difficult to tell them apart, is all I'm saying. It's difficult at best to tell them apart. But it's definitely not weed, and it's definitely not illegal. I would never do that. I would never get high on the internet. It would never happen, and no one should spread any rumors just because we're reading about Destiny doing LSD in the state of Florida or some such shit. The title of his live stream on YouTube, a platform open to viewers of all ages, today includes the sentence recovering from an acid trip. Yesterday, he publicly tweeted, going shooting with parents, then probably LSD today, so no stream. See you tomorrow, kiddos. According to the DOJ, individuals admitting blah, 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 blah. So basically, Ben Thorp tried to get Destiny arrested for doing acid. That's not very nice, Ben. It's not very nice. It's not a very godly thing to do. Just leave the boy alone. Let him be. Destiny has a misshapen dick. He's perpetually compensating for his misshapen dick. He's gonna be self-destructive. Just let him be.
Like, I don't see why he wouldn't send the police there. And why not also tweet Elon Musk and go, is this what your platform is for? And Joe Biden or the Department of Justice. All this to prop up Stephen Bonnell II's, like, ego? You know, I don't see how this isn't the end of Destiny.
The end of Destiny.
But I think it should be Grace that does it.
Okay.
But you realize what everybody's going to say is...
Now that's a Thorpocalypse. We're going to hit a home run. A home run.
How about this one? This seems like a good one.
No, Grace! Grace!
Stop engaging with the Thorps? Yeah, I have stopped engaging with them. Grace was on a couple days ago? Yeah, that's when I stopped engaging with them. Is when they said they were going to turn me into the fucking FBI. You talked to them after, though, no? No, I didn't realize until I talked to Grace. I started to understand what was happening. That the reason why she was probably coming on to talk about this is because her dad probably talked to her about it. And then, yeah. But I'm not going to have people, like, that are pretending to call the police on me, or actually calling the police on me, like... I'm not going to associate with anybody like that ever, in any way, shape, or form. Like, including Grace. Do you think they actually did such shit?
Well, see, this is something that's so confusing to me, because Lauren Southern is a pretty girl. Why was Lauren Southern in love with Destiny? What is so great about... I'm so confused by this. I mean... I know Lauren Southern's releasing... Was it just Lauren Southern's mission? I don't know Lauren Southern. I've never talked to her. Lauren Southern is so weird to me because I want to like Lauren Southern. I appreciate the journey that she's been on. I appreciate some of, like, the documentary work that she's done. I think that her work and all that is interesting. I appreciate that she pulled herself out of a toxic marriage and, you know... built her whole world back up again. You know, you have to respect that to a certain extent. I also really appreciated, we watched Lauren Southern's testimony in front of Canadian Parliament off of the whole the whole Tenet Media thing. And actually, she was kind of a boss bitch in that testimony. Her testimony was really good. It was really entertaining. I was on her side during it. I want to like her, but then she goes and falls in love and sleeps with Destiny. That's just weird. I feel like Lauren Southern could do better. And it's not even just a looks thing. It's just like, I don't understand any woman. I truly don't understand any woman that's attracted to Destiny. It makes no sense to me at all. But whatever, I guess to each their own, and fame goes a long way with some girls, but I don't get it.
100%. I put a decent chunk of money that Ben's dick has been inside Grace at least once. Probably before she was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. That family is... That Ben guy is beyond fucking abusive, and it's that everything about that family is incredibly fucking sad and fucked up. Hopefully they don't rape the rest of the kids too. But like, yeah, that family is absolutely insanely fucked. Like, it is incredibly sad. I think listening to the wife talk is like also like ultra super solidified everything for me. Like, it's actually fucking insane. Are you still gonna talk to the brother? There's nothing I can do. Everybody's, well, at least like the 3 or 4 of them are adults. It's not like I could just say like, oh, it's fucked. But there's nothing to be gained from having the conversations. Ben might be one of the most manipulative dudes I've ever seen. I think he's fairly manipulative, but the problem is just that he's surrounded by like a lot of weak people, I think. The mom is probably like a pretty weak personality. And then children are.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think Ben is extremely manipulative. I mean, he tried to manipulate me and it just didn't work because I'm like 10,000 times smarter than he could ever damn well hope to be. But I think that Ben tries to be manipulative, and I think that he can be very manipulative with people who aren't that smart or people who are like weak and feeble-minded. And I think he married his wife for a reason, and that's because he was controlling her. And based on what I know, I mean, I could be wrong, certainly, and it's pretty obvious to me that Ben has brainwashed Grace and completely fucked Grace up beyond all repair. There's no saving Grace right now. Like, Grace is like completely brainwashed, and I think that's all because Ben is a manipulative asshole.
I mean, easy as fuck to manipulate, right? It's not hard to manipulate a kid. Yeah, I mean, the only really way to play is to just not engage, unfortunately. Like, there are some people who... So here is like... So let me give a little nuance to this, something I've learned as a public figure, okay? There's a saying called, no press is bad press. Or... There's no such thing as bad press, sorry. Jesus, sorry, okay. I'm worried something's not coming. There's no such thing as bad press. It's like a common saying that people utter. There's no such thing as bad press is only true if you're a nobody, if nobody knows who you are, because that's how you like get on the map, right? No press is bad press. However, once you're already an established figure, there is a such thing as bad press. Bad press can be incredibly damaging to your reputation, to your fan base, to sponsors, etc., etc. So there is bad press. So when you're dealing with a figure that's too small and unhinged, the thing is for them, there is no such thing as bad press. They will act unhinged, and they will do whatever the fuck they can to draw attention to themselves. But for you, you're essentially like fighting with a nobody who can never suffer reputational harm because they don't have a reputation, or it's already like the worst type of reputation they can have. So the only winning move is to not play. As frustrating as it is, like you just have to, yeah. If there's like a big thing every now and then, like I might address, but like that's also why for a long time I didn't say anything about the Leafy stuff, and I only made like that one statement. Like for some people, for people that have no value, like their reputation is worthless. If you have a reputation that's worth something, you can't afford to engage with that person.
All right, cool. Let's go to Destiny next.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about at the last of this. I hope that Grace stops fucking her dad. Don't you have to go see fucking Grace again because you're still obsessed with that girl?
I'm never seeing that woman again. I've canceled her. I've canceled her. Trust. We're not even doing it.
Is that the one who fucks her dad?
Well, no, that's the one who gets fucked by her dad. It's a little different. Ben Thorp, a.k.a. Abel. I defended Carter months ago on a debate with Destiny. Beat him so bad he defamed me publicly. There must be other things for you to do with your time. Don't you have a daughter to go rape or abuse or some bullshit? What are you doing in my chat?
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. That is right. I did tell Grace one other thing to do that was important. I said, hey, look, Grace. I go, Ben cannot be on camera, and it might be a good idea to keep Ben off of your personal channel and streams for like a month. I got a business to run here. I got a show to run here. All right. When you came on the show, I have Destiny hitting me up. I got all these different people hitting me up saying you can't allow Grace to be on here because if Grace gets money, she's going to give it to Ben, or he's going to take over Grace's camera and all this other stuff. So I tried to find the happy medium.
People don't think the internet is part of society. And I really do think that's not true. And I have a right to my reputation, and I will pursue legal remedies. I don't like to strike on YouTube because I feel like, that keeps the creativity from happening. But if people are going to lie about things about your family, I think you do have a right to say, like, you can't do that or you will face consequences.
Sure.
All right. That's the video number 1. Okay. Back to Naptown. Video number 2.
I'm suing Destiny. My complaint, his response, and evidence. An hour and 47 minutes. I haven't decided yet what I want to say. I'll probably...
See, look. I put it's like the bat signal. It's like the bat signal goes into the sky, and Naptown is here. Naptown, are there any other streams that we should watch related to this? I know we're gonna watch all your content and stuff, but it seems like, has anything else gone on? Let us know if there's anything else we can queue up. Yeah, it's like it's a mystery. I start streaming on the internet and you show up.
I'm trying to figure out. I think I might just let it get pro se this. Fuck it. If she wants to do her own paperwork, then I can do my own paperwork. The only reason I'm not sure how much attention I'm gonna give this is because I don't want to make there be like a profitable industry of like random retards just filing random fucking lawsuits against me.
You had a dream of having a campfire with me, eating sardines and talking about the Tet Offensive. Well, that's an interesting dream. How do you interpret that? I haven't had anyone say that on the internet to me, I have to say. You've clipped the most relevant pieces. See, he does all the work for us. Thank you, Naptown. What's going on with Hormaxer these days? Does anyone know?
The plaintiff plainly object and deny statements of his...
But I imagine this is just her form of like trying to farm content more or whatever. We'll see how that goes. Get mid-price lawyer because you're doing your own paperwork will take too much time away from your stream life. Who said we weren't going to do it on stream?
Like engage in spirited...
Hey, that's us.
Here's what it is. The old bag gets old. I get the 15-year-old, hot, whatever you want to say, 7, 8, for me, 10, chick, to suck my dick happily, get rid of the old bag. She gets mad, takes the kids on her side.
It opened twice.
Right?
Shut up.
Like trolls herself into taking care of my kids. So me and my hot daughter can fuck with impunity because it's the state of Rhode Island. Go on YouTube. I can do whatever I want, and I'm the Mac Daddy.
Oh, thank you for this, by the way.
See, this is what I was talking about. See, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Ben is like, no one has any reason to think I'm fucking my daughter. And it's like, Ben, some of us have been around long enough and have been paying attention to you long enough to know that you've literally talked about fucking your daughter on the internet. No one has any reason to think you're fucking your daughter, and you're just in an innocent parent-child relationship. That doesn't make any sense, Ben. Listen again.
Like trolls herself into taking care of my kids. So me and my hot daughter can fuck with impunity because it's the state of Rhode Island. Go on YouTube. I can do whatever I want, and I'm the Mac Daddy.
Oh, thank you for this, by the way. Thanks. Help me for my motion to dismiss. Hey, if you have any videos like this, feel free to shoot me an email because it actually, sadly enough, is helpful. I think she might have actually filed that complaint. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if she's serving or how the fuck that'll go. But things like this obviously help. Yeah.
Isn't that the problem with you? You resent it. How am I not the ultimate baller? An old man, I don't have to work out. I don't need money.
Base dad.
I got pussy whenever I want it. And I also...
How does this help you? Because I think one of her claims that I falsely asserted that something about her dad fucking her or whatever, but I feel like there were like 10 different... Are they suing for defamation or something? Why does... Yes, because I think she's trying to sue me for defamation because I made statements about her dad fucking her or whatever. It's just fucking... It's retarded. It's just like attention bait.
So convince this piece of ass that it's her fault. And she's not doing a good enough job. And that's not what your guys' problem is.
I'll let Ben on for a minute while I look at other stuff because I need to read. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Disrespectful.
All right, let's go through this, okay? Let's leave aside whether anything or not happened. Let's just say everything happened, right? So here is what it is.
Exactly.
The old bag gets old.
Exactly. We're going to have to go get a blessing from the Catholic priest after we watch this. The one Catholic priest that likes me and has me on his radio show. We're going to have to ask Father Mateague to like excise us all or something like that.
I get the 15-year-old hot, whatever you want to say, 7, 8 for me, 10 chick to suck my dick happily, get rid of the old bag. She gets mad, takes the kids on her side.
It opened twice.
Right?
Shut up.
As like trolls herself into taking care of my kids. So me and my hot daughter can fuck with impunity because it's the state of Rhode Island. Go on YouTube. I can do whatever I want, and I'm the Mac Daddy. Isn't that the problem with you fats? You resent it. How am I not the ultimate baller? An old man, I don't have to work out. I don't need money.
Base dad.
I got pussy whenever I want it. And I also convince this piece of ass that it's her fault. And she's not doing a good enough job. And that's not what your guys' problem is? It's because you fucking care about girls? No, you don't. Why didn't you say, hey, you know, I do agree. John doesn't seem to be very respectful of his girlfriend. You're like, whatever, who cares? No one cares about 19-year-olds. Well, so then, it's bullshit, Lalo. You just resent the fact that you're a homo. And other but you're like, for a Gen Zer, you're like a baller, dude. You're only like probably gay. Most of them are certainly gay or fat or losers or anything else.
Okay.
Daddy issues.
This worked out so well.
And this goes, yeah, he fucks her, then he beats her. Yeah, that's the fantasy of being a man. I fuck her, I beat her, and she brings me spaghetti.
What the fuck?
And she's sorry for all of it. Yeah. Yeah, men can do that. I don't. But I don't fucking care. If you want to fantasize about that, I get why you're mad.
What is she suing you for?
For defamation.
What did you say that was untrue?
Something about her dad fucking her or something? I don't know.
But I watched a video where...
It's retarded. It's retarded.
Oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for. But I watched a video. Your Honor, I watched a video. This is his defense. This is gonna be his defense. Your Honor, I watched a video. Your Honor, what do you mean? It's retarded. I watched a video. Good luck. Good fucking luck.
Hold on. I think I have the complaint. Do I? Yeah. What do we have? Count 1, defamation, libel. Defendant published false statements of fact about plaintiff to third parties, which were published publicly. That's what publish means. Okay. Defendant acted negligently or with reckless disregard for the truth of these statements, especially to the fact that plaintiff had been accused of incestuous sexual relationship with her father, or of an incestuous sexual relationship with her father by another panelist earlier during the live stream of August 7th, to which she responded, "That's slander," proving defendant heard the plaintiff plainly object and deny statements of a similar manner.
Listen, I almost sued someone for defamation on the internet because he openly said I was a pedophile to millions of people. And not only am I not a pedophile, I actually hate children, and I've never been charged with a crime or anything like that. And so I actually had a legitimate defamation case against him. It's called defamation per se. I didn't even have to prove damages. I just had to prove that he said it, which I have his fucking tweets, and so I know he said it. And I know millions of people saw it and all that stuff. But the reason I bring this up is around the time when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to sue him, and I really did want to sue him, but I talked to a bunch of defamation lawyers, and it wasn't that I didn't have a case. That wasn't it. The reason I didn't sue him is because it would have been prohibitively expensive for me to sue him, and the likelihood of me actually recouping damages from it was very, 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 very slim. And so it wasn't that I didn't have a case. I had pretty much a rock solid case. Had I sued him, I would have won. But it would have cost me a metric fuck ton of money, and I probably wouldn't really have seen anything back because he doesn't actually have any money. He doesn't have property. He lives off his parents. He doesn't, so it would never have been a situation where, like, I would have been out tens of thousands of dollars. I would have had to go through all sorts of bullshit about it, and I probably never would have seen that money again. And so then the question becomes, okay, Karlyn, do you want to sue this random internet asshole for defamation? Or do you want to, I don't know, put that money towards something else, maybe like a really nice vacation, or, you know, like any number of other things, like remodeling my fucking kitchen, doing literally any number of things. And so the reason I bring this up is the reason that Grace isn't using a lawyer is because probably A, no lawyer would take it. B, it's not like Grace has the money to hire a lawyer for this stuff. Thanks, William. I appreciate it.
Defendant alleged that plaintiff had been raped and brainwashed while on the August 2023 live stream. He claimed that plaintiff was fucking her dad. These materially contradictory assertions reflect a clear absence of factual basis, a lack of consistency in defendant's narrative, and a deliberate or reckless intent to defame plaintiff through sensational and knowingly false accusations. Let's see, count one was defamation. Count two is intentional infliction of emotional distress. I think it's just a random thing you throw on to whatever bullshit. This is fucking retarded, but okay. Can't you countersue for what?
I-5-2016.
I'm like 99% sure they defamed you, especially your dad. Yeah, but you have to prove damages for defamation. I have to show that. And I'm a public figure, so I have to show, like, it was just too much. Just fuck all that. It's not worth it.
Bill, whether you voted for it.
Whoa, Thorp TV says Destiny defamed me several times and contacted Keemstar to not hire me for a show. I filed a lawsuit against him yesterday. Would you have any interest in reviewing my case? Wait a minute. Thorp TV? Are you a blonde lady?
They got Nick
Is that what I
involved?
remember seeing just a little bit ago when I actually copied this story to look at?
Why is he so sweaty?
Or I didn't copy. I remember reading this or seeing.
What is wrong with him?
I'm blonde, Lamau, yes. Okay, I'm just making sure it doesn't. It's about my memory. You have a YouTube video that you just put out about it, and I got a notification for it. I don't know why, but I will definitely be looking at it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Well. Here's this little short clip. Yeah, that's the guy that got the hand or a blowjob under the desk. Either a hand job or a blowjob. We're not really sure.
Are you in some type of incestuous, what's like a nice way of saying incestuous relationship? Romantic. Are you in a romantic relationship with your dad, question mark?
So our case hinges on her telling you no here. No, she has no legal understanding of any of this. None of this matters. In order to successfully sue me for defamation, ignoring the fact that she would even have to show damages, right?
What is defamation per se?
Defamation per se is a defamatory statement made about the plaintiff where damages are implied as a matter of law. Usually the statement will be about the plaintiff, saying that the plaintiff is a criminal, suffers from a loathsome disease, engages in unfair business practices, or is some sort of a sexual misfeasant or malfeasant. In these types of situations, the law implies damages. So what normally would be the most difficult part of a defamation case, which is damages, is now implied as a matter of law.
You have to prove that, like past even the 50% hurdle, I don't know what they call it, clear and convincing is what they call it, for the actual malice. You have to prove that I'm like acting with willful recklessness, that I super know, I know, or at the very least have a reckless disregard for the truth for as to whether or not they're fucking.
What is actual malice?
Actual malice is a situation where a statement was made that was not only false, but that it was made recklessly or maliciously. For example, you knew or should have known, you should have investigated to see if that statement was true, but you didn't. And because you didn't investigate to see if it was true and it turns out it was false, you got a problem, because that public figure who normally wouldn't be able to sue you for making an untrue statement now has a green light to do it.
For defamation, for public figures, you have to prove, it's a very high standard of proving that I'm knowingly lying about or having an incestuous relationship with her dad. There's like so much content online that I think it severely undermines the, damages part. Like so many people have said this, they've made content out of it. And I think it undermines the fact that I'm knowingly lying about it, because I don't know if they've talked about fucking each other and shit. I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is.
Do you think they actually did such shit? 100%. I put a decent chunk of money that Ben's dick has been inside Grace at least once. Probably before she was 18. Hopefully they don't rape the rest of the kids too.
Is that the one who fucks her dad?
Well, no, that's the one who gets fucked by her dad. It's a little different. Ben Thorp, aka Abel. Don't you have a daughter to go rape or abuse? I hope that Grace stops fucking her dad. Don't fight with somebody who's nothing to lose, because they got nothing to lose. This thing is bad press. They will act unhinged, and they will do whatever the fuck they can to draw attention to themselves. But for you, you're essentially like fighting with a nobody who can never suffer reputational harm because they don't have a reputation, or it's already like the worst type of reputation they can have.
That's not true. That's not true.
It was true. You guys are fucking weird and fucking each other.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think there's more than enough video of Ben and Grace doing things that could be construed as, well, not really things they should be doing. I think that there's enough video out there of them fucking around with this whole incest story. I think that again, I'm thinking of that video, Naptown. I don't know why you didn't edit this video. And you know which one I'm talking about? The one where they're in bed and Grace is doing this under the covers? That's possibly one of the most damaging videos that I can think of off the top of my head, and I don't even follow this stuff. So, I don't know, like, I feel like there's enough evidence on the internet for people to at least be like, maybe they're actually fucking. We don't really know, but it kind of seems like they are. And I don't know that I would say that this is defamation because, again, I'm not a lawyer, but I think that anyone that has followed the Thorp saga with any attention at all knows damn well that this is a weird relationship, and knows damn well that there is probably video of Ben and Grace doing something on the internet that is ill-advised. So I don't know that I'm on board with Grace being right about this being defamation yet, mostly because Grace is the person that's been doing a lot of this bullshit in the first place. Okay. Let's go back to Naptown. We've got one more video to watch. Why isn't it letting me go back? Hang on. Guess we'll do this. All right, we got one more video to watch, because this is a relatively short thing. But this is the longest video. Okay, lawsuit breakdown with Grace.
Make the case to your audience that it's reasonable to say these things about me. Not only does he not retract it, but he doubles down on it to how many fucking views does this have? Like 120?
I did not read that video as clearly a joke. I did not, when I saw that video, I did not say, oh, that's clearly a joke. I was like, that's a really fucked up video. And the thing of it is it may very well have been a joke, and that's all fine, well, and good. But I also think that an average person can see that video just floating around the internet and be like, holy shit, Grace is jerking off her father. Like, is it really that big of a leap to make? I don't know, man.
fucking people. You know what helps to prove that somebody had a reckless disregard for
Also, weren't people talking about Ben and Grace fucking way before Destiny even got involved? Like, this is, when I first heard about the Thorps, which I think was from Naptown, like, the whole thing is there's this incestuous family on YouTube and they do a lot of crazy shit. There was already like a 4-hour documentary about these people and all the crazy shit that they've done. They do streams all the time doing all sorts of crazy shit. Like, people have been calling this an incestuous relationship way before Destiny got involved. And so it's kind of, again, one of those things that, is it really that unreasonable for Destiny to be like, oh, this is the talk of the internet, I guess?
Truth, these words coming out of their mouth.
I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is. I mean,
Shame her! Shame her! You know what normal is, right, Steven? Your relationship with your child is super healthy. When is the last time you gave that boy a fucking hug? He just ruined his entire defense for his side of the case.
Yesterday, Grace was like happy in a way that I haven't seen her happy since she was a kid.
Well, there's so much implied in that. It's like, I am actually going to get paid back. Like, I'm not lazy. I'm not somebody who wanted to get easy money. I was willing to work.
Right.
But I am actually going to get fucking paid back for the humiliation and like prevention of the future of my career from these fucking people.
What
career?
I'm actually going to get it. Because you guys,
what career? The prevention of her future career? What career does Grace have? Grace is going to end up on OnlyFans. There is no career trajectory for Grace that does not end at OnlyFans. So if we're looking at it from that perspective of Grace is inevitably going to end up taking her clothes off and fucking on the internet, it is inevitable. There is no, again, there's no other trajectory. There's no other endpoint for this. This only helps her. An incest rumor with her father that, by the way, the two of them started, this literally only helps her on the career trajectory that Grace is on.
You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. Like I swear to God, I really didn't understand this. I know that even when this lawsuit goes to trial or whatever, it's not going to change the fact that they did the damage in the first place. There are always going to be people who say, well, Destiny said X about you. Well, X said this about you. It's not going to change it. But I didn't realize two things. Number one, I don't have to live with this. Like, I really thought, like, I'm just going to have to sit there and take this from anyone who wants to do this to me for the rest of my fucking career.
Right.
Anybody who wants to do this to me.
Well,
no, let me just finish. If they're not joking around, like if they actually just genuinely want to defame me and kick me off places and like there's nothing I can do. So number one, I didn't realize that I actually had recourse. Number two, I didn't realize that actually it's helpful to my reputation to fight it. That didn't click for me. Because I'm 22 fucking years old.
You know, it's actually not, though, and I'm going to explain why. One skein of yarn is about $30. To make a handmade jumper or a sweater, I'm probably going to need, well, depending on how many colors, because we could have multiple colors in the jumper, like I'm going to need probably at least 4 skeins of this. So now we're up to $120 just for the yarn, and it could actually even be more than that, just depending on how many colors you put in. And then we have to actually knit the thing. Do you know how long it takes to knit a sweater? About a month. Or I mean, maybe if you're going really fast and you don't have a whole lot of stuff to do, maybe you could get it done in a couple weeks. I've certainly gotten things done quicker than that. But on average, a shawl takes me literally about a month to do. So now you have to factor in all of the hours of hand making the jumper on top of that. Do you want to pay $500 for a sweater at a minimum? Because, I mean, if someone hand knits you a sweater, that is an expensive garment, is what I'm saying.
I don't deserve to have my reputation ruined for the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't fucking deserve that. I'm fucking sick and tired of people treating me like I deserve that. Even when I fucking denied all of this a million fucking times, I'm sick of people saying that I deserve to get stepped on. Sick of it.
I feel like I want to watch
I'm
this whole
genuinely
video.
sick of it, and I didn't realize that I could do it. So now I realize it, and it did make me genuinely happy because
No, but you know what else, Grace? You know what else, Grace? There's a beautiful thing that you're doing here, even without having money, right? Which we used to have. But we're showing other people who maybe have like legitimate things that they've said, I can't fight back on, that you can. You know what I mean? Don't just say, well, you know, even if it's like from a long time past,
incredibly performative.
certain things you can't do legally, but you should fight against it. It feels really good. And, you know, that's why a lot of people on the internet, I think, have legitimate sort of like trauma that someone did to them. You have to fight back. You have to seek justice. And this whole idea, well, they're rich, they're famous, I can't do anything. It's just not true. It's just not true.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. This is gonna take quite a while.
What does your thumbnail say? Destiny destroys his own legal case. There's two just nukes, self-nuke, that make the lawsuit like a no-brainer. It's already over.
Yeah, I think this may be the end of him reviewing this case publicly. All right, so I do have the VOD news and stuff reviewing Grace's defamation lawsuit against me. 115,408 views, August 8th, 2025. And we can only assume, I mean, there's also a kick replay and the viewers that he had on his own platform.
The only thing he draws attention to in his stream is his legal analysis.
Well,
think about it this way.
There is actually another video that Naptown has up with Big Tech where he is talking to Ben and Grace. Part of me is curious about what Ben and Grace had to say. The other part of me really doesn't want to watch an 1.5 hour long video with Big Tech. But I am curious about what Ben and Grace had to say. But I don't actually want to watch a video for an 1.5 hours with Big Tech. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so you have a defamation lawsuit. I think we all know what that is. Yes. Can you name a case in which a lawyer would advise you more than a case like this to not bring attention to it or talk about it?
See, that's what I was saying when I saw his stream and I saw the title before he even talked about it, because I was like, wait a second, how are you going to review a defamation case? You are going to tend to fall into a problem of either continuing to say the defamatory things.
Yes.
Which doesn't, it hurts your case.
No, I am retired regarding Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson showed himself to be a massive pussy. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson's like, I'll debate anyone and and then he flies off the handle when I offer to debate him on if white people are, if the left hates white people. And he calls me all sorts of names. And isn't that Andrew Wilson's rule? Like, Andrew Wilson's entire rule is if you get mad on the internet first, you lose. Well, then Andrew Wilson got mad at me simply for, very kindly responding to his audience who were coming into my stream asking me to debate him. And I kept saying, yes, I'll debate him. I'll debate him. I'll debate him. He can literally pick out any topic related to the left. And then Andrew Wilson got so pissed off and he started calling me names and doing all this stuff. What a pussy. Because he only wants to debate stupid OnlyFans whores. Can't debate anyone smart. Got to debate the stupid ones because that's Andrew Wilson, the debate king of the internet, can't actually debate anyone other than OnlyFans whores, as it turns out.
And if you're adding on to the case by saying that stuff, right?
Well,
wait, hold on, let me finish.
I have seen Andrew debate Adam, and Adam kicked his ass. Adam absolutely won the one debate that I saw with them.
Or you're not going to repeat the defamatory statements and therefore somewhat imply that you acknowledge that they're damaging and you don't want to repeat them.
The only time a lawyer would advise you, because defamation, there's one defense of it that is rock solid. And that is that what you said is true.
Right.
Okay, so if you have that Go ahead. Doesn't matter. Say whatever you want. Drum it up, play it out for weeks, and then drop that whenever you want to. Lawsuits over. They're done. You can't even bring it to court.
Absolutely.
Okay. But the last thing you want to do is openly say that you have no basis for what you said.
He does
That
have
would
a
be
basis for what he said.
the last thing that
To
you would want
literally
to say.
first formulate it one way,
But this is the thing. He does have a basis for what he said. People have been talking about Ben and Grace fucking for years. It's not as though Destiny just made this up out of nowhere.
catch yourself and formulate it in an even worse way to say, I have no factual basis. That is literally what a lawyer would say, like, just don't do that. That's the one thing you don't want to do, is openly say at this late stage of the game that you still have no factual basis for making this claim.
I don't think I can explain it. Imagine like the most shock jockey family that wants to become internet famous possible, where the dad and the daughter make jokes about like fucking each other and everything.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. Why is that important? Because he just admitted that he's trying to, somebody asks him, who are the Thorps? His explanation of that is a shock jock family where the dad and the daughter make jokes about fucking each other. That's his initial explanation.
Let's say, let's take him for granted here. Which, by the way, I just have one problem with this. Like, we don't make jokes about fucking each other. We make jokes around the periphery of that, right? Like double entendres and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about unhinged, it matters who's saying what's unhinged. Okay. You're saying a father and a daughter who have had this stuff put on them, making light of it.
Yeah.
And turning it into a shock jock thing. Okay, so to react with jokes to horrendous kind of insinuations that at first you couldn't really fight back against, and then at a certain point we became acclimated to the abuse until now, in terms of what's unhinged. And we've seen this like over and over again.
They have. And this is the other thing too. It's like, yes, have they made jokes about fucking each other? Yeah. Ben says they're waffling around the periphery, doing double entendre and stuff like that. Okay, fine, maybe they are, but like, those are still jokes about fucking. And then you expect people to not. I mean, minimally, Destiny can say, "Listen, I'm playing into your whole double entendre. Maybe I'm fucking my daughter. Maybe I'm not." Thing. Like, he's allowed to make jokes too. I feel like Ben and Grace's whole plan was to stream low IQ trash content and build a following for years just so one day they could sue for defamation. I mean, well, okay, yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but like, do you really think they thought that far ahead? I mean, it kind of seems as though in the past couple of years, they've literally planned so poorly that they've lost all their money. So apparently Ben and Grace don't even have money anymore. And they used to have money, but they don't anymore. And so it's kind of like, if they planned so poorly that they lost all of their money, do I really think that they planned out a years-long charade just to sue someone for defamation? I think they're just stupid. I just think the easiest and simplest explanation is usually the correct one. And in this case, I think the explanation is they're stupid.
It's truly unhinged. Meaning crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly hinged. And who is saying this? Because he's talking about our, let's say, sexual persona online as opposed to, and yours, as opposed to implicitly his, right? The implication is he's hinged.
Yeah.
Could there be anyone more unhinged sexually than this guy?
Destiny, I believe, recently called the girls who got drowned in Texas due to the floods, 10 to 12-year-old girls, said, I wonder if they couldn't use Pornhub because of the Texas law against Pornhub. Something like that.
The fuck?
So yeah. Take it with a grain.
Hang on. What did he actually say?
Something like that.
Okay, whatever.
So
Yeah.
I don't care.
take it with a grain of salt when
He doesn't like
Destiny
people.
calls someone unhinged, and take into account his recent behavior.
But I watched a video. Your Honor, I watched a video. This is his defense. You think he's gonna say that to a judge? No, I'm being hyperbolic, but
That is exactly what I'll put in my response. Yeah, I saw a lot of video content online. Kind of looks like they had an incestuous relationship. I think a lot of people thought that. A lot of people thought it before me.
The reason Destiny has a case is because a lot of people say it's true. Okay, that is actually precisely the case against him. That he
The fuck?
has participated in and fomented things that have no basis in truth that people say. The fact that he influenced a lot of people to say it, or was influenced, is irrelevant. That he influenced is the case against him. You guys act like it's true on camera a lot. Is not true. We joke around about the allegations that come from elsewhere.
Gia says, the point I'm trying to make is that it is impossible to prove that your reputation was harmed by Destiny and Destiny alone. I never said Destiny was the only one who did this. You have said and done so much to damage your own reputation.
Wait, let's say we are not making the claim
What?
at all.
You're honestly, Grace, you're honestly saying that you've never done anything to damage your own reputation? Okay.
We are not making the claim at all that Destiny is the only person who has done this. If that has any legal bearing, then we lose on that count.
I agree. But I would say
he is one of the most prominent people who's done it.
And he also, I would have to say, was one of the earliest people who were like relatively big where this would like really matter.
He also has done, I would say even more than Keemstar, he has done it with recklessness. And my proof is simply in this stream, he does it. And he does it in response to you saying something on your stream that he's reviewing.
Yes, because it makes him angry.
Or it's already like the worst type of reputation I can have.
that's not true. That's not true.
It was true. You guys are fucking weird and fucking each other.
And so he responds in anger to you by doubling down on the defamation.
Are you using the same lawyers? Fuck no, I'm not paying some crazy expensive anything to do this. I'll either do it myself or I'll find a super cheapo lawyer, or I'll just dodge service and never answer my door and see if she figures out another way to serve me, or file more paperwork with the court to, we'll see.
Now, dodging service is not a legal strategy. It's a strategy, but it's not an illegal strategy.
In the sense that it's not
It's
legal.
a bad faith strategy. A lawyer would never say publicly what you should do is dodge.
Just for the record, when I got a restraining order against Ben because he kept threatening to come to my house and hurt me, when I got a restraining order against him, I had to keep in contact with the police in his area for like 3 straight days because the police couldn't find him to serve him with the restraining order. Because what happened was Ben was threatening to get into his car and drive up to my house and to do whatever the fuck. And I told him, you better stay the fuck away, asshole. And then, so he was threatening to do it like immediately, like within the next day or so. And so then I got the restraining order, and the police in his town could not fucking find him to serve him with the restraining order. That took like several days after I got it. So I'm just saying, Ben, like, you're really one to talk about dodging being served legal papers.
Dodge service. It's a thing you can do, but again, if you're going to do it,
Don't talk about it.
Obviously, this isn't going to trial, but I don't even know if this will survive a motion to dismiss. I guess we'll see.
You know the reasons that you can dismiss a case? What is the motion to dismiss based on? You can't just file a motion to dismiss and have no reason. You realize you can't motion to dismiss and just say, well, Your Honor, it's like it wasn't defamatory. You have to argue that in court. You can't just say, well, no, it's not defamatory.
For defamation, for public figures, you have to prove, it's a very high standard of proving that I'm knowingly lying about her having an incestuous relationship with her dad.
Okay, also, again, he's wrong. I do not have to prove that he is knowingly lying. Although I can prove that he's directly contradicting statements that I gave him personally, privately, when he asked me about this relationship. But I don't have to prove that he's knowingly lying. I have to prove that he acted with reckless disregard for the truth, which is established in multiple ways. He contradicts his own narrative, so clearly he doesn't have one established narrative of what he thinks is true. It's just any nasty thing he can say, which is obvious because he says, I hope Grace stops fucking her dad. Grace gets fucked by her dad. Grace gets raped and abused by her dad. Those are three different narratives about what's going on here. Those are three different. Why would you be all over the place if you think some one thing is true? And secondly, he himself says in this stream, I have no knowledge of the truth of the matter.
So our case hinges on her telling you no here. No, she has no legal understanding of any of this. None of this matters. In order to successfully sue me for defamation.
No, we think Andrew Wilson is a massive, 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 massive pussy. That's the general consensus. Andrew Wilson is a massive pussy, and he's a coward, and he can't debate anyone other than OnlyFans whores, and he's a massive pussy and a coward.
Ignoring the fact that she would even have to show damages, right?
Okay. All right. So let's Naptown has graciously provided the actual response here that I could give you, but I'd rather just just show it to you. So this is something a lot of people have said. How are you going to prove that he damaged you financially or anything else? Watch this.
In these types of situations, the law implies damages. So what normally would be the most difficult part of a defamation case, which is damages, is now implied as a matter of law.
I don't have to prove anything. Damages are implied when you commit defamation per se. But this is the killer part of... This is one of the killer parts of his stream here.
Undermines the fact that I'm knowingly lying about it because I don't know if they've talked about fucking each other and shit. I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is. I mean,
okay, so first of all, more defamation. They've talked about fucking each other. No, I haven't. No, my dad hasn't. Neither of us have talked about fucking each other. So there's another defamatory statement. The crazy part, hold on, let me write this in.
I'm going to tell you right now.
2029.
I'm going to tell you right now what the judge is going to say to this. And I know that because this is what the judge said to me when I went to get a restraining order against Ben. And listen, I didn't actually start out wanting to get a restraining order against Ben. The police sent me to talk to the judge after I went to the police. And the police were like, yeah, you should probably go talk to the judge. So, like, I wasn't even in an online thing with Ben Thorp at all. And I'll tell you what, the judge was really pissed off at the online stuff. And the judge was like, you can't say anything to him online. I was like, I don't even want to talk to this guy anyway. And so the judge was actually really pissed off at the online back and forth, and he didn't like it. And so I would be quite frankly shocked if Grace brought this before a judge and then someone pointed out to the judge, Your Honor, these two have been fighting in public for months and months and months over this specific thing, and she's been doing streams about it, and he's been doing streams about it. The judge is going to be pissed off, and the judge is going to see this as some sort of internet stunt. And when I went to get the restraining order against Ben, the judge was like really in my face about this. He's like, you can't do this as some sort of fucking internet prank. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be serious about this. And I was serious about it, and I didn't make a big shit show about it online after I got the restraining order and all that stuff. Grace is continuing to make a big fuck off shit show about all this. So that's going to piss off the judge. The judge is not going to think that Grace has a credible case. I promise you, Grace is going to lose this. Yeah, exactly. Like, once you file a lawsuit against someone, you shut the fuck up. Because if you continue to talk after you file that lawsuit, you're going to piss off the judge.
Is that he just ruined his entire defense for his side of the case. In a defamation lawsuit, the best defense you can have is it's true. But what did he just say right there?
I mean, they've talked about fucking each other and shit. I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is. I mean,
I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is. Not only is he saying back then, but he's saying all the way up until now. I have no idea what the truth of the matter is. So now he can no longer claim, I thought it was true. He just admitted, I have no idea what the truth of the matter is. That's when I screamed when he said that. That's when I screamed. You have no idea what the truth of the matter is? You're admitting to that publicly? You have no idea what the truth of the matter is? And yet you said XYZ? Why would you say that? Why in God's name would you say that? I mean, I appreciate the honesty, but that's got to be one of the dumbest things you could possibly say in a defamation lawsuit. That's got to be one of the dumbest things. I think that's the dumbest thing you could say in a defamation lawsuit. Continuing the defamation isn't even as bad as saying, I have no idea what the truth of the matter is. Because that proves that you had a flagrant disregard for the truth. If you have no idea what the truth is, don't say it! You know what helps to prove that somebody had a reckless disregard for the truth? These words coming out of their mouth.
I don't know if they've. I mean, they've talked about fucking each other and shit. I have no idea what the actual truth of the matter is. I mean, like somebody posted this yesterday on Twitter, for instance.
Here's what it is. The old bag gets old.
I thank God all the time I was not on the internet when I was her age. I feel so fucking old saying that, but it's just the truth. I thank God I was not. I mean, I was on the internet, obviously, but the internet was very different when I was in my early 20s. It was a very different world. And if I was doing then what I'm doing now and being a streamer on the internet, I would have gotten into the stupidest fucking situations and I would have gotten into the dumbest fights. And you guys think I run my mouth now? Oh, you should have seen me in my early 20s. It was like a whole other thing. I have calmed down a lot as I've gained wisdom in this experience. Yeah, she is the Dunning-Kruger effect in action. Exactly.
Old. I get the 15-year-old.
Like, the problem is, like, even if...
Okay, so this clip is, I think, what Destiny thinks is his strongest clip against me to prove that something did happen. It's taken out of context. In case anybody thought that was a devastating clip, something taken out of context, that clearly has a beginning and an end, that is a hypothetical, where my dad clearly states, I don't do that stuff. There's the full context.
This is a very, very weird YouTube family.
Hey, and I don't know what I'm... So this is the point. The point is, you guys are kind of right. There is something incestuous going on. All right?
Let's also get the full context for that one. Most people are like, oh my God, how are you going to deal with these clips?
There is something incestuous going on. All right? It's true. I have an unhealthy attachment to my dad.
I'm clearly not talking about anything sexual. I never was referencing anything sexual, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it in so many ways. Bring up the clips. Bring them to court. Have the judge. I don't know how people determine in court whether things are inadmissible. Bring them to the judge. Have you explained why it should be shown to the jury? I'll explain why it's clipped out of context. Show the full clip. We'll see. It'll go boom, 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 clip by clip. Whereas clips of you saying, I have no idea what the truth of the matter is. You guys are fucking. She fucks her dad. She got raped by her dad. He fucks her. That's going to be fucking admissible, Steven. That will be admissible. Not your bullshit out of context thing.
I'm starting to understand why most men hate women. It's becoming very clear to me why most men hate women. This is just an unnecessary level of toxicity. It's like I can't.
Things. That is what's going to be admissible, and that's what the jury's going to fucking see. They're going to see how you fucking bullied me for the past 2 fucking years.
And I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to be honest. Obviously, I have my moments where I yell on the internet. Obviously, I do. And you know what? I don't take any of it back. Every time I've yelled on the internet, I feel completely justified in yelling on the internet. However, what I will say is watching videos of other women yell on the internet has absolutely been, well, informative to me about ways that I do and do not want to be perceived. And I can completely understand that I come across as a raging, fiery bitch when I get pissed off. I get it, okay, whatever. But, like, watching Grace here, I'm like, I can't be that person. I cannot. Like, please tell me I've never been this, like, quite this bad. Okay, maybe I had a moment here or there because sometimes the internet gets to you, but, like, there have absolutely been multiple times where I have proactively adjusted my own behavior purely because of watching women behave psychotically on the internet and thinking, that's actually really unhinged and really inappropriate, and I never want to be that person.
I didn't even interact with you for the past year and 3 fucking months. And I also love it in a second way because, yeah, bring up all the clips. Make the case. This is why I love it so much. Make the case to your audience that it's reasonable to say these things about me based on these clips. You can't. He gets so fed up with people sending him clips because I guess he's waiting for some kind of a sex tape. He gets so fed up with people sending him these clips that he starts saying he's going to permaban people who send him clips. Because you know what it looks like, Steve? Do you know what it looks like eventually when you start going through the evidence of nothing?
That is so fucking
It starts
annoying.
looking like you're a bully who does not investigate claims about people and instead decides to take things out of context or be recklessly just following a rumor without...
And listen, man, I understand. I guess I can understand from Grace's perspective why she's pissed off. But on the other hand, Grace, you are a public person on the internet. People are going to say fucked up shit about you. That's just the way it goes. I have had plenty of fucked up shit said about me. I have had fucked up shit said about me to millions and millions of people. And if you want to be on the internet and you want to be a streamer on the internet, you want to be a public person on the internet, it doesn't matter whether you have the highest profile or not. Once you reach a certain level, you are going to have people that psychotically hate you on the internet, and they're going to say all sorts of fucked up shit, and they're going to spend their lives obsessing over you, and they're going to post about you on the internet all the time, and they're going to make shit up, and they're going to try to make your life miserable, and yada, 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 yada. If you're going to be a public person on the internet, that's just what you have to deal with. If you don't want that to happen, go be a fucking waitress or something. Go be a fucking barista. Get the fuck off the internet. I promise you, like, if Grace just got off the internet and went and got a real job in the real world and, like, threw her phone into the river or whatever, probably everyone would forget about her in a couple weeks, and then it would just be, like, the rumors of this crazy family that used to be on the internet. Literally, all she needs to do if she wants this to stop is get the fuck off the internet and go get a real world job and just stop fucking around. But she doesn't want to do that because she wants the attention, because she has nothing else in her life but the internet and this weird relationship with her father.
Clarifying whether it's true to fucking bully and harass somebody. That's what it starts fucking looking like. You better start perma-banning people, because guess what? I've been going through this fucking hell that you and other people like you have made for me online, and I saw all the evidence you brought up, and that's all anyone fucking has.
Video of Grace's mother talking about how she believes Grace is having sex with... What? She didn't say she was having sex with her dad here, but okay. Why do you guys link me the most retarded shit? I'm about to start perm banning people who link me retarded shit like this. This thing right here looks way different than this thing down here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I put up with it for 5 fucking years. Should you go to jail?
Okay, don't link me clips on stream anymore, okay? I have to watch them first because you guys are fucking retarded. It's not anywhere near as strong as you think it is, but thank you.
That's all anybody has. And yet the foulest things come out of their fucking mouths about me and my father over and over and over again. So I love it. Make the case that I deserved to be treated like this. Make the case. You can't. Make the case to your stream and make the case to the fucking jury.
Submitting that, turning it in to the Florida e-courts. Big step, big move, kind of scary, made me a little nervous. All right, I want to get through the fact of this before I read chat or answer too many questions. So the next step was to serve him.
I'm just tapping into something, just like watching myself try to be like strong here. And I know like it's kind of like, I'm watching myself and like I'm trying to put on a brave face and stuff. And this guy is just going to repeat what I asked him to stop saying. He's going to repeat it. He's going to continue mocking me. And it's just like, I'm trying really hard. And
Grace, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Do you know how many fucking people have called me a pedophile on the internet because of a guy I dated in college who went to jail for something he didn't even fucking do? Grow the fuck up. People are going to say shit on the internet, and I don't even think this is real. This is not even real outrage. This is fake. There's no possible way that Grace Thorp could be on the internet for as long as she's been on the internet and have experienced some of the things that she's experienced. And she's like, people are saying mean things about me on the internet. Listen, man, I went through the phase where I was crying on the internet too, and I went through the phase where I was really fucking depressed for 2 years, and I went through all that, so I understand being upset about it. I really, really do. But Grace has been on the internet long enough to fucking know better, and it's just like, at some point, this is just for attention. This is not because Grace is actually offended. People have been saying this shit about her on the internet for years.
I'm saying like, okay, I'm gonna like stand up for myself, and he can retract it. And not only does he not retract it, but he doubles down on it to how many fucking views does this have? Like 120,000 fucking people.
What?
It's just like, it's just, I feel bad for myself watching this. Like, I was nervous. I was trying to do the right thing. Getting shit on by everybody because you you're part of the problem. You say like, hey, everybody, let's shit on her. Let's shit on her. Let's shit on her. It's easy. Let's shit on her. She's had a tough life. Let's shit on her. Let's fucking shit on her, guys.
You are not the only person that's ever had a tough life in the world. Oh my God, I cannot. See, this is what makes me curious, though, to watch that like 4-hour conversation they had with Big Tech, because apparently they talked about all the struggles they've had in life and such shit. And like, part of me is curious. Part of me is curious about it. But at the same time, I just can't take this seriously. I don't feel sorry for Grace. I don't.
I'm just tapping into something here. Just like the pain of the 2 years is just like, it's just hitting me because I was like so nervous about this and I didn't really like feel anything except anxiety. And it's just like you know what I mean? I just took it for granted that this is how you get treated. And it's just like, man, you know, I didn't want to be in this position. I would have been happy to try to make money. I didn't want to be in this. I didn't want to be in this from any of these people. I just feel bad for myself that I just took it and 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 blamed my fucking self. Because I made a joke. Because you played into it. I don't want to hear those fucking words again. You made jokes out of it. What the fuck are you supposed to do? You try to go along with something. You try to say, okay, it's not that big of a deal. You don't want to look weak. You don't want to look like somebody's getting to you because that's how this whole world works.
And direct message to inform him that I filed a suit. I included what I just showed you.
These people are like way off in the weirdo YouTube world. Like even more weirdo than like whatever world I used to be involved in.
They're weird. They're so weird. They're weird, guys. They're weird. Yeah. Don't watch her, blackball her, don't pay attention to her. She's weird. She's weird. She's weird.
Is Grace not getting attention lately or something? Is that what's going on? Because I know Grace was doing this thing with Keemstar, and I don't really know what the fuck that was, but it seemed like she was getting attention, and then it seemed like she got fired from that thing. Is she just like this desperate for attention that this is what she's doing to get attention? And now, and I mean, I asked that because she's turned his comment about her being on a weird side of the internet, which just objectively she is on a weird side of the internet, into he's telling them to not pay attention to me. So that kind of tells us what the priority is, which is Grace is looking for attention. How is her YouTube channel doing? Let me just see. I haven't looked at it in so long. Grace Thorp. How is her YouTube channel doing? What is is it Thorp TV? Is that her YouTube channel? Let's see. Okay, that must be it. Let's see. Man, people who try to be streamers and they just depend on their streams to make money, it's so dumb. Like, you've got to diversify your revenue stream. The vast majority of my income does not come from YouTube, I'll tell you that. 6 days ago. Okay. So, just getting a couple thousand views. Most of the... yeah. Grace is not making a living off of this YouTube channel. At all. She and Ben spent most of this evening on a channel called Breakfast Tacos. It was quite... What did they talk about? Is it worth... I don't know anything about that. So they're not really getting a ton of views on their videos. So it means they're not making money on YouTube. Shit, hang on. Gotta fix something. Okay, let's continue.
Weird. Just add insult to injury, Steven. Go ahead, keep going. Am I suing you for saying that I'm weird? No, that's your opinion. You can think I'm weird all you want. I think you're a fucking creep, is what I think.
Well,
you
that's
are.
true enough.
You're weird. I think you're super weird. And I happen to know that a lot of people on the internet and in your personal life agree with me. But regardless of that, just keep adding insult to injury. Because you know what normal is, right, Steven? You know what normal is. Your sexual life is healthy. Your relationship with your child is super healthy, Steven.
Hang on. She is in constant crash mode, gets what she deserves. Her and her dad started with my show. I think I was one of his first interviews. I'm very sorry for you for that. Total wackos. The mom came at you, but you were right all along. The whole situation is so fucked.
Relationship with young women who you meet online is super healthy. I'm the weirdo. I'm the weirdo. She's weird, guys. She's
So what?
gross. Shame her. Shame her. Shame her, you fucking asshole.
Grace would do well to just accept being a weird person. Pretty much, can we all agree that, like, pretty much everyone on the internet is weird? It is not a normal thing to be a streamer on the internet. If you are a streamer on the internet, you are weird. I am weird as shit. In case you haven't noticed. I have a whole I like horror movies and weird artsy things and creative things, and I have tattoos, and I'm doing this as basically a midlife crisis sort of thing. I cover socialism on the internet. I'm weird as shit. But I embrace it. Because being weird is actually awesome. Being weird is actually much more interesting than being normal. You get to have so many more interesting conversations and think about so many more interesting topics when you embrace being weird than you do when you're being normal. Grace, if you want to be normal, go be a fucking waitress. Go be a barista at Starbucks. Go get a normal fucking job. See, I don't even know I never watched that show, so I don't even know who that is. Amalek's weird. Amalek like spends all his time reading about ancient things and arguing with Christians on the internet. That's fucking weird. That's weird. But it's his weird. So maybe Grace's problem is that she doesn't have any sort of identity apart from her father. Maybe if Grace found something that she could actually be passionate about and that she actually liked, rather than just stirring up shit show drama on the internet, and she focused her energy productively, maybe then she would feel a little bit better about being weird.
For 2 fucking years, these fucking people. I don't mind jokes. I don't mind it, but you fucking assholes.
This is a deeper, darker world than what I was in. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. It's so fucking weird.
Jesus Christ, bro. It's Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus Christ. A dad smacked his daughter on the butt as she got up and walked away. Jesus Christ. Destiny, when's the last time you fucking touched your son? When is the last time that you gave your son any physical contact? When is the last time you had skin-to-skin contact with your child? When is the last time? You have no idea what normal intimacy is between parents and children.
I don't think that Grace has a normal level of intimacy with her father. Yeah, like Grace is not doing herself any favors with this stream, I'll tell you that.
When is the last time you gave that boy a fucking hug? Your son, your one and only son of a millionaire. You have no idea what's normal. So I just want to say, actually, it does make sense that you think this is super, super weird. Because I think probably a guy like Destiny thinks it's weird for any parent to touch their child. Because he certainly doesn't. He stays as far away from Nathan as possible, doesn't he?
Grace.
Can I stream from here from now on? I really love it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Don't I deserve that?
He's cooked. He's cooked.
No, I want to add to the luxury. No, but honey, I really want to say something to you. I know you're saying like, here, take it out. No, but what I'm saying is, I really do believe this is true.
No, this is not normally a live reaction channel. This is normally a channel that covers serious content about the radical revolutionary far left in America, but occasionally on a Friday night, I get high and watch stupid content on the internet. All right, so we're just chilling. Relax.
I saw you tap in there
Uh-huh.
in terms of Destiny.
Yeah.
And like, I might as well just chill in here because
Are you scared?
To be my coffin, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. I really like. I was moved.
Oh, thank you.
I think that you.
It was real. It was real shit. Yeah.
Marry him. It's enough with this guy.
Yeah.
All I really wanted was an apology.
Yeah.
A retraction.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted. And now I want a little more than that.
Yeah. A lot more.
All right. What's this? Oh, that's the worst family on YouTube one. All right. Well, I don't really feel like ending the stream yet, but those are all the Naptown videos about the lawsuit. But maybe we can find something else to watch. Maybe. Okay, so here. Okay. There is another Naptown video in which the Thorps are having a talk with Big Tech. I don't really want to watch big tech for an hour and a half. I want to know what the Thorp said, though. So I'm 50-50 on whether we watch that. I'm 50-50. I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know. I don't want to watch him for an hour and a half. I really don't want to. But I do want to know what the Thorp said, and I'm not ready to end the stream, and so I want something else to watch. No, socialism is not about having a good time. No, it is not. No. Socialism is about starving to death and having everyone else control your life. Let's go over to Grace's channel. Let's go over here. Let's see what's on Grace's channel. It's a great question for him. I have no fucking idea. Let's see. So Grace's last stream was 6 days ago. It was all about Destiny. Is this where she's yelling? Does she yell some more? Maybe we could watch a full Grace stream. Instead of just looking at the highlights. What do you guys think? What do you guys think we should do? I'm not ready to end the stream yet. I have more knitting to do. I don't really want to do work. What are you guys thinking in the chat? Should we watch Grace's full stream to see if there's any other psychotic meltdowns and what else is going on there? Should we watch the big tech interview conversation? What do you guys want to do? We've got 2 votes for big tech, 1 vote for whatever. Someone said they were live on another channel, apparently. I don't know what channel it is, though, because I don't know anything about the internet. Another, okay, you guys want to watch big tech. You want to watch Hormaxer? Let's see. Great content. You are the #1 source for understanding the left. I know. You go right to the source, right from horse's mouth. I'm right wing, and I tell people she's better than James Lindsay. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I am way better than James Lindsay. James isn't even talking about the left anymore. James is screaming about everyone being neo-Nazis. Hey, Grandma Nay, I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for sending me those things through Jennifer. I really love them, and I think they're awesome. They're actually downstairs in my kitchen, otherwise I'd show them on the video, but I really appreciated the gift. It was very kind. Jennifer sent me some rum and a book, and Grandma Nay included some stuff as well. And it's really great. All right, you guys want to watch the... I don't fucking want to watch the big tech thing. Okay. All right, we will try watching the big tech thing. And we'll see how it goes. And we'll see... Oh, why does my computer keep doing this? We'll see how long I last watching the big tech thing. I really don't know about this, but... whatever.
You're unhealthily fixated on whether or not my dad are like having sex. Like, just why don't you calm down about this?
She, in a sense, handed me Grace's pussy like on a platter.
Do you want to talk it
someone's
through with
behaving
people and find out who's at fault? I've seen it hurt Grace, and I've seen it hurt John.
I don't want to listen to his voice. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch the big tech thing. I don't want to hear his voice.
Mattress, which is like, what are you doing?
Good.
You know what I mean?
No. Veto on the whole big tech. I'm sorry. I don't want to. I don't want to. Something about it just hit me, and I was like, nope. No, not today, Satan. No, not today. Are they saying anything interesting, though? Yeah, we all regretted our vote immediately. Okay, let's just watch some of Grace's last stream, and let's just see what she had to say about it. We will watch Grace directly. We're not going to watch Grace for 8 hours, but we'll skip around a little bit and we'll see what she had to say.
All right, we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Thorp TV.
Oh, look at this.
There is no reality in which I will be reacting to anything with Andrew Tate in it. I am just not interested. I think that I understand why Nick is fucking with him because he's got a big audience, and that audience could be very amenable to what Nick has to say, and so I understand that. But I find Andrew Tate and Myron Gaines to be reprehensible human beings that I want nothing to do with, and I'm certainly not going to spend any time watching them. And so, you know, I love Nick. I'm glad he's getting out in front of more people, and I'm glad he's taking opportunities, but I ain't watching that shit.
The camera timed it for when we went live. I swear to God.
Folks,
Welcome
that was a
back.
little bit, you get a little bit of the background.
That's
activity.
the behind the scenes. Welcome back to Thorp TV on YouTube and ThorpTube on Kick. We've got a killer show for you today. I'm Grace Thorpe.
This isn't a show.
This is my co-host and
This
father.
isn't a show.
I'm introducing Ben Thorpe. Welcome to the show, Ben. Dad.
This isn't a show. This could be, get some popcorn, this could be, we're going to get through some shit here.
Many hours.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
We got two
We're
things
here
today.
for deep dive.
We got two things we're doing today. We're taking two deep dives at the same time. Number one, I would say it's kind of like the prior thing, okay, but it's not actually it's like the meta thing going on. And that is, what the fuck is with you two?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is it? What is the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to find out by the end of this, okay? This Caleb is going, I'm here for Grace. Why is Ben here? Okay. You're going to find out why Grace can't be here. You want to see what it looks like?
Hi, guys. I missed you so much. I'm so excited for this. Oh, my God. We're going to do a deep dive. We're going to get some analysis.
What happened?
There we go. There we go.
You see how boring that is? Let's try it again.
I don't know if anybody saw my tweet, but I did tweet two videos in which I said the
boring. Boring. So that is the answer to your little question, okay? If you want an insecure loser who needs validation and can't deal with masculine energy, the internet's filled with that. And you can go, I love you. You're pretty. Will you have sex with me someday? The internet's filled with that.
I'd still like it if you guys ask if I'll have sex with you or glaze me.
Right. I mean, you have some whorish qualities, but it's not what we're doing here. Hey, I'm Darius. I'm fun. I'm insecure. I'm maybe a little bit black. Let's have a little Romeo and Juliet. Shut up. Anyways, what the fuck happened here? All right.
Dad.
Mossad hit.
Oh, are you gonna unplug it? Yeah, you should unplug it. Why do you have that profile picture?
I just want my regular audience to understand that after we watch this, you guys will be begging me to watch more socialism. This is one of those instances where, like, every once in a while, you guys have to be reminded how good you have it. Every once in a while, we need to be reminded that this is the side of the internet that we could be on. every once in a while, you guys need to get reminded that, watching socialism is hard, and we watch a lot of it, and we watch a lot of really boring content to get to the really juicy pieces of socialism that we're looking for. But I promise you, after we're going to spend maybe, an hour watching this, maybe. And after that hour is done, you will be begging me to watch socialism like you have never been begging me to watch socialism in your life.
Hi, ZXV. Hi, Mandy B. Hi, Callum. Hi, Brandito. Hello, Ava. Hi, Candy. Just to get a little bit petty for a second, one of our longtime haters, Hans Guru, said that he would log off forever if I win this lawsuit. And that's just adding to my hunger. And I expect him to follow through. And I hope when he said log off, he means both
How about this?
online and in the real world.
That's right, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck?
Oh, you restarted the camera now. All my settings are gone. It looks crappy. Hi, Mr. Palu. What's up? Good evening, Zombie Tech. Good evening. It's 2 p.m. Do you want me to go fix your settings? Your saturation and your white balance are way off.
I kind of like this. No?
Hey, it's fine by me.
All right, I'll fix my settings. Saturation.
I will literally delete my channel if you win this suit.
Ooh, that's cool. Color.
That would be, that's like super saturated. That would be great, Ava, if your channel
That's actually
was
kind of nice.
worth anything.
That
Delete my 2,000 subscriber channel. Wow.
Contrast. Yeah.
You gotta
sharpness.
You gotta fix the white balance though. No, don't. Sharpness should be +1. +1, not +2. 2 is too grainy. And you gotta change the white balance.
We need to fast forward.
Because that's why it looks so.
Fast forward. This is fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I would assume. I only watch clips. I don't watch the show. So.
Why is that?
Because PPP's voice gets grating after a while. I can't. I'm not like a hardcore fan.
Are they talking?
Worski gets a little.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
What are the Kino Casino guys even covering these days? I truly have no idea. I have not been paying attention at all.
It's a little. Good one, boss.
They can be very funny, but 8 hours.
It's too long. Right. Tighten it.
Willem DeFreak says, "You look great, Mom. By the way, Mom, don't listen to the bullies." Thank you, Willem. Thank you. Well, how are we going to start this off? I have the Destiny stream open and ready from the beginning. We have 2 hours.
So are we not doing it? You're not doing the...
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't sound like it's worth looking for. It's a mention during the cold open. It's not...
Okay, good, because then we don't have to come up with something for me to do to entertain the crowd.
Perfect.
My thought was I just give him a crotch shot the whole time, like this.
What the fuck?
Suck it, bitch. But we don't have to do that. Now, well, that's a little bit of a,
Yeah, there's a
let's
fuck
go
ton
there,
of Jesse
abort
Adobe.
mission.
I know exactly
No problem.
what you're talking about.
No problem. Screw it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
I don't know. It's a great question. It's a mystery that will haunt us for all time.
So, we have 2+ hours of footage, I believe, to review. Destiny going over the lawsuit, my lawsuit against him for defamation in great detail, and completely imploding his own defense while he does so.
Okay, good teaser.
And this is going to take quite a while.
What does your thumbnail say? Destiny destroys his own legal case.
No, it says full analysis. That's for the edited video. That's for the. You know what I mean?
Now, there's a lot of, let's say, little stuff, but there's two just
nukes, self nuke, right? Pulled the pin, held on to it too long, blew yourself up twice. That make the lawsuit like a no-brainer. It's already over. But we'll tease that. We'll tease that. Okay, but that's going to be the center of your like eventually edited little thing, right? Like it's just you got to play it in slow motion or something like to really highlight.
It's incredible. I literally screamed out loud when I saw it. Dad, you can verify. I screamed out loud, ran into my dad's room and said, "We won the case. We just won the case." Like I erupted. I couldn't.
Do I remember the phase I went through where I wore sunglasses? Like this? Actually. I mean, I could wear sunglasses at night, John Morgan. I could indeed wear sunglasses at night. They're just dirty. I have to clean them real quick. Otherwise, I can't see. There we go. I mean, like that time I was wearing sunglasses at night. There we go.
Believe it.
Yes, you erupted in pleasure. Oops.
Dad, be careful. The DGGers are going to clip that. All right, let me load this up. Let's get started here. We're going to take our time.
You know, with a lot of people you run across on the internet and in life in general, you're like, you really say to yourself, how does this person have any money? And even further, like, how is this person even alive? How have they survived?
Yep. Remember, though, to some people, I'm the most toxic person on the internet.
It's just funny to point it out. Like, oh, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe we'll write that wrong.
I can't see anything.
In the former case, the second, whatever. It's up to them. I'm not certainly going to take anyone out of existence directly, but maybe indirectly. By the way, can we have a complete unbanning? I want the numbers. Look at those numbers, Grace.
Sure, we can have it. I don't even think I have that many people banned.
Daddy's getting happy.
Community moderation. Okay, I have literally only Radio Foreman and XP banned. Okay, they're unbanned. There you go.
Unban everyone in every way. Let's fucking go.
All right.
Wait. Ruby's all over says drop the link.
Spicoli.
Oh, no. Spicoli, we have a thing with you. You've been a good friend to us, but we need you to explain. It's not a big deal, but you need to explain your behavior in regards to some comments you made a while back that we're not going to draw attention to. And
okay, I don't care. I want them to talk about something I care about. I don't care about their little internet fucking tiff.
So we look at that it's
don't care.
Happen. But I do think context matters a lot. And just because something technically could be seen as something, he clearly was kidding around, and no one thinks that Grace actually gave Spicoli a hand job.
Okay. I agree.
It's like,
if you think that
that's genuine.
We're fast forwarding.
If we get it's the internet, everything's crazy, differently than the Destiny stuff. And you can argue that you shouldn't do that, but I think you can argue for nuance and distinction. I mean, I just think that's true.
Yeah. Also,
we're not saying don't joke around. We're not trying to make the internet a place where then for the defendant.
Okay, let's rewind a little bit. Okay.
That are highly, let's say, I don't know, is it disparaging to say that somein lied?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
But what if it's true?
I guess it's still disparaging.
Mike Pafunk says, I love this. This is really great. It's interesting. Mike Pafunk says
I got maybe 20 minutes left.
he could get them for the trial. What do they call it? Discovery. Yeah, you can't subpoena a witness who's unwilling to testify for a civil trial. Nah, you can't do that. I don't even know if you can do that for a criminal trial. They would have to first come forward, make an affidavit, which implies that they're willing to be witnesses, which would mean that they could be witnesses that get cross-examined in the trial and could be deposed. You can't compel someone to do that.
In a civil case, you can't compel a witness. That makes sense.
Real.
I don't think you can in a criminal case either. You can't.
I mean, this is a good point. We watched about over 20 we watched about how many hours of socialism did we watch? We watched almost 30 hours of socialism in just over 2 days. And somehow I'm more brain dead right now just watching the beginning of this stream than I was after we watched almost 30 hours of socialism in like a little over 2 days. That's crazy.
Compel a witness. Do you know what I'm saying?
Let's
say a cop comes on a scene where it's fairly obvious that this person has been a witness. They've got like blood on them from the splash of the whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that person has to ever talk. If you go, I don't know nothing about, I ain't got nothing to tell you about it, right? Unless they're a suspect. If they're clearly not a suspect, but it's like fairly clear they're a witness, I don't think they can be compelled to give evidence.
Mike Pafunk, whatever his credibility is, says, yes, you cannot. You are right, but they just need her statement online.
Well, they can use that, but I believe that would be dismissed as hearsay evidence.
But her witness testimony wouldn't?
Well, so in other words, someone could say this person said this about this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not a witness, I think it's considered hearsay evidence. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see, yeah.
So you can say, like, it just wouldn't even be allowed in court to say, her mother, even if it's her mother, anyone, X said this.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not willing to be a witness, it's considered hearsay. It is garbage legally. Now, we're fighting, in a sense, two wars at the same time, two battles at the same time. One is an online one, and the other is a legal one. And I think we're getting the two confused. It's fine if you guys say, well, your brother said some things. Okay, and you want us to provide a robust defense online. Maybe we should do that. There's no necessity to do that.
Sure.
But legally, that stuff's not going to ever be allowed in court.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to get through our heads.
Can you explain why? I'm not even sure I completely understand.
Let's say your brother had gone, like whatever he did with the areas, like, and did on your stream.
What the fuck? Get into the content. You are almost 40 minutes into this fucking stream.
What he is doing here.
Jesus.
Right from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From does he have even a thumbnail here? Well, that's the thumbnail.
He has his usual thumbnail. It's just like a cartoon.
It's just a generic thumbnail.
Yeah.
News and stuff is just generic, right? The only thing he draws attention to in his stream is his legal analysis of the lawsuit.
Yes.
Now, two things I want to point out. One is the legal point. Think about it this way. Okay, so you have a defamation lawsuit. I think we all know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you name? This is one for the folks out here. All right. Now you've got a plaintiff and a defendant, and those are two different places, right?
Yes.
Can you name a case in which a lawyer would advise you more than a case like this to not bring attention to it or talk about it?
See, that's what I was saying when I saw his stream and I saw the title before he even talked about it, because I was like, wait a second, how are you going to review a defamation case?
You can do it. You can do it.
You can, but
a lawyer is going to say, even a murder case. I mean, other than the fact that the potential outcome, like when you're talking about a criminal case, here we're just talking about money. But okay, so let's leave it within. Like, I get that you can say like when the consequences can be greater. No one's going to jail here. You can't go to jail for defamation. If you leave that aside, just in terms of like the talking about it being problematic for the case itself.
Yeah.
Can anyone name a situation? Now, and then you could say, well, what about you guys? Okay, well, it's different for the plaintiff than for the defendant. Okay, we can look at that. A defendant in a defamation case, okay, because think about what defamation means. Defamation means basically speech that did damage to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you don't want to do with your speech is continue to do that.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Right?
I'm sorry. I thought I was bored enough, and I thought I was desperate enough to avoid doing actual, productive things with my time, that I could suffer through anything. I really thought I could. I can't do this. I can't watch this. I can't. It's over. I cannot watch this. I'm tapping out. I can't. Like, I tried. I'm sorry. It's just not good. So I'm gonna sign off. I have nothing else to say, really. I just wanted to know what the tea was with the Destiny lawsuit, and now I understand that it is a complete and total shit show, and it's just an attention grab, and Grace isn't doing anything interesting, and I don't feel sorry for Grace, and she should probably just leave the internet and go get a waitressing job or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with being a waitress, but lots of people are waitresses, and I just think that might be a better profession for Grace, because the way she's going, she's going to end up on OnlyFans. It is inevitable. There is no career trajectory that Grace is currently on that does not end at OnlyFans. And I'm kind of surprised she's not on OnlyFans already, if I'm being honest about it. And I'm getting stupider from watching this content. And I can't afford to get stupider because I have to cover socialism on the internet, which I will be doing at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. Today. For me, but not Saturday for all of you guys yet. So I'm going to sign off, and thank you guys for hanging out, and I appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here? 3 months, May 17th. And what brought you here? That's difficult to answer. it you're trying to do with your life? Play the piano for the people. I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital? That's difficult to answer.